So here we are in the upholstery building where the magnificent interiors on the Regal boats are made. Let's see how these artisans build such an amazing interior. Come on with me, we're gonna walk on over to the router to start things out. So this is our CNC router, where the bases of our seats, all our seat backs, these are all precisely cut to make a perfect seat and a great interior for your boat. Now, just like in life, you've got to have a good foundation. Same thing with your seats. If your seat doesn't fit just absolutely perfect, then your whole entire boat interior gets a little bit funky. So you can see right here, everything is cut out exactly the way it's supposed to be done right here with our seat bases. The next step in this process is they go and build it right over here. All right, so the small parts, they come off that CNC machine, and then they get sent over here to our craftsmen that assemble all the seat bases. This is actually a box that's going to go into an LS2, and the cool thing, everything fits exactly the same each time because it was CNC'd. We come over and we can see that all the craftsmen are here building different parts of the boats by hand with love for every single one of these Regal boats so that it's the exact fit and it's the same on every single boat we build. So now we have the seat bases assembled, those small parts all put together. The next step is to put some foam on it. So we've got our seat base, and here we are adhering now the foam to that seat base. Now, one of the things too you'll notice about Regal boats is we're going to be using multi-density foam, and so some of the stuff is softer on the top, more dense on the bottom, and then one of the things you'll actually notice as well, the bolsters are going to be thicker and set up so that you don't go sliding off the seat. So all those different foam pieces, that's all engineered to precisely go into the boat. All right, now simultaneously, while all this is getting done, they're starting to cut that vinyl and sew it together. So let's go see how that's done. All right, so we've seen the seat bases, the foam get put on the seat bases. Now we're over here at our CNC cutter that's cutting out all the vinyl for our boats. It also cuts out all that seagrass carpet because we're doing both the vinyl and the seagrass in-house. Now, we saw that everything was precise when it came to the seat bases, and that's super important because we're gonna have exact cut out vinyl skins that are gonna fit those seat bases perfect. So let's go check out how we sew these up. So our vinyl's been cut, and it gets put into bundles and into bins that go to each one of our seamstresses that's gonna hand sew every single one of our boats. All of the upholstery gets sewn together and placed all here inside out, ready to get put on the boat. If you notice, everything is triple stitched and all the lines here are ready to go. All right, come with me and let's look how the diamond stitching gets done. All the diamond stitching is done on this machine. It's exact, it looks great. All the embroidery, those Regal logos you see, it's all done on this machine too, so that it just looks absolutely perfect. And what I love about the upholstery shop is this is where you get to see the fact that precision and craftsmanship meet. From the CNC routed seat bases, your CNC cut vinyl, to the care that goes into the hand stitched vinyl and the hand sewn upholstery. So let's go see what happens when you sew all of these pieces and assemble these seat bases and what comes out of it. So our upholstery artisans come together at the very end to build just an amazing finished product. Recognize the seat base? So all of this has now been assembled, stitched, stapled with stainless steel staples so you don't have any of those rust spots. One of the things that I really love about our upholstery too, here as you look closely, all of the seams are straight. They don't waver, they don't go back and forth, and that's because everything has been precision cut, but it's also sewn and fits exact onto every single piece of upholstery. When they finish with it, what it's gonna do is go right over here onto a cart. Cool thing, each one of these carts represents an entire boat. So when the cart is completely loaded up, it's gonna get wrapped in plastic, then it'll be sent out back for assembly. Let's check out the last thing that we do in this building. which is our wiring harnesses and battery cables. Welcome to the world of wiring. This is where we make the wiring harnesses for our boats. Each individual strand and wire is going to be pulled off of the loom and run around to a peg for each boat. So the wiring harness is custom made for that model. In this area, we're also putting together our whole battery management system and all of the main distribution panels for all our yachts and sport yachts. So all the breakers, all the wiring is put together right here. And by the way, these battery cables too, in-house as well. Let's go look at how that's done. You can see behind me, we're assembling our battery cables. Each cable is cut to length for each boat, and then it's crimped, sealed, all the right length so there's no waste when it comes to those wiring harnesses. Also, those brackets that you saw for all our seat bases, everything that was used to put all those pieces together, made in-house here as well. So that wraps up our upholstery building. Thank you so much for your time.